For many of us, tax season is a chore that hopefully ends with a check in our bank accounts. But for immigrant families, there is now fear in filing taxes. Glad to have you with us this Monday evening. I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Jessica Porter. ABC News is reporting that the IRS has agreed to share personal information with ICE. Denver 7's Veronica Acosta explains what this could mean for immigrant families.
The countdown to tax day is on, with less than 1 month left to go. It's a race to the finish line for filers and preparers, but this year's busy season is coinciding with the potential data sharing agreement between the U.S. Internal Revenue Service and U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, an agreement that would reportedly allow ICE to use tax information to further President Donald Trump's deportation agenda.
In my experience, the vast majority of the clients that I represent or that I have or people that I have consults with pay taxes.
Connor Gleason, a senior attorney with the Meyer Law Firm in Denver, says some of the most frequent questions he answers for those dealing with immigration cases surround privacy.
Folks ask whether it's safe to pay taxes, and up until days ago, my advice has always been yes. Your information is private, and now I can no longer give that advice.
Brian Hipst, a DU professor and attorney with Ireland Stapleton, specializing in tax controversy, says he's not sure this agreement will even go through because of Section 6103 of the federal tax code.
If, say, ICE wants to come in and get information from the IRS, there's procedures that they have to follow to get that.
That section requires the IRS to keep individual taxpayer information confidential with certain limited exceptions, which includes law enforcement agencies, quote, for investigation and prosecution of non-tax criminal laws, and would require court approval.
There's got to be a workaround on that statute, or somebody's going to be ignoring that statute.
As for Gleason, he says the potential agreement between the IRS and ICE is a catch-22 for undocumented immigrants.
If you pay the taxes, it goes in the positive bucket for good discretionary decisions. If you don't pay taxes, it goes in the negative bucket for having failed to do so.
In Denver, Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
And digging deeper here, a notice will be published tomorrow informing 500,000 immigrants that the legal status they were granted in 2022 and 23 under the humanitarian parole program is no longer valid. And those people mostly are from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. They will now have until April 24th to leave the country. And CNN reports that some people could stay in the U.S., but if they have not tried to get citizenship in other legal ways, they do face deportation. And thousands of immigrant children who are alone in this country are about to have less help with the court system. According to a federal memo obtained by ABC News, the White House is terminating a contract that provides legal aid to 26,000 children who entered the U.S. by themselves, and that means they are more likely to be deported. An immigrant advocate told us it also puts them in danger.
Taking away their lawyers puts them at extreme risk of being even more vulnerable to exploitation, trafficking, abuse. It's absolutely cruel that that's what the government is asking them to do.
Denver 7 asked the U.S. Health Department why it was terminating the funding. A spokesperson sent us a one-sentence response saying the department continues to meet the legal requirements established by federal law.